Welcome to Doreen Revenge, where betrayal meets justice, and every story finds its ending. When truth hurts, my stories heal. When I stepped out of the interrogation room, the entire branch was buzzing with fear. Some staff looked at me with sympathy, others with anger, others with suspicion. I walked past a group of colleagues whispering, "If Kate talks too much, they might terminate our branch." Me, I never wanted any problem. I ignored them. As I approached my desk, my phone buzzed. Message from Henry, the whistleblower. "They're going to deny everything. Get ready for the backlash." I gulped. Then another message came in, this time from an unknown number: comma. "Keep quiet. Last warning." My heart dropped. Someone inside the branch, someone from the fraud ring, was using burner numbers to threaten me. I looked around the office. Everyone looked normal. Everyone looked busy. Comma. Everyone looked innocent. But one of them wasn't. One of them wanted me gone. Just as panic started building in my chest, someone touched my shoulder. It was Mr. Ibrahim, the lead auditor. His voice was low. "Kate, come with me." He led me to the back office, and then he told me something that shook me to my bones. "Collins has disappeared." I gasped. "What do you mean disappeared?" "He was released on bail pending questioning. But this morning, he vanished, left his apartment, switched off his phones. CCTV cameras outside his house were tampered with." My legs went weak. The man who started this nightmare was now out there, free. Hiding. Watching. And probably planning something. I leaned on the wall. "Sir, what do they want from me?" His eyes softened. "You are the only witness who can expose the full ring. That makes you valuable. And a target." A tear escaped my eye. "Sir, I'm scared." He placed a comforting hand on my shoulder. "Don't worry. Internal Affairs has requested protective measures for you." I exhaled shakily. But deep down, I knew protection couldn't cover everything. Especially not from people who had already proven how far they could go. Everything changed at 5:47 p.m. Most staff were preparing to close for the day. I was arranging my desk when I heard the loud crash. Glass shattering. People screaming. A stone had been thrown through the banking hall window. Attached to it was a note. Security grabbed it. "Read it. Froze. The note was passed to Internal Affairs. Then, the lead investigator walked straight to me, her expression dark, sharp, worried. "Kate, the note is for you." My hands trembled as she gave it to me. I unfolded the paper. My chest tightened. My breath caught. My whole body went cold, because the message said, "Kate, we know where you live." I dropped the paper. My knees almost buckled. The investigators surrounded me immediately. Security locked the doors. Staff was screaming. Everyone panicked. The lead investigator held my face gently. "Kate, you're not going home tonight." Her voice was firm, protective. "We're taking you somewhere safe." That night, I was escorted out of the branch in a secure vehicle, with investigators on both sides of me. As the reality finally hit, this wasn't an office scandal anymore. It was a war involving people with power, people with money, people with connections, people who could destroy lives with one phone call, and somehow, I, Kate, the ordinary bank worker, was standing right in the center of it. That night, everything finally ended. This is the day the powerful fell. The day the truth won, the day I almost lost my life. Internal Affairs didn't take chances. That night, they drove me to a hidden safe house, a small government-owned apartment somewhere in the outskirts of town. No neighbors. No signboards. No street lights. Just silence. The investigator, Mrs. Smith, looked me in the eye before leaving. "Kate, tomorrow, everything comes out. The entire fraud ring will be exposed. But tonight, stay inside. Don't answer the door. Don't respond to any message. We'll return at 6 a.m. I nodded, but deep inside, fear gnawed at me, because one person was still missing: Collins. The man who forced me to sign the document. The man who started this chaos. The man who disappeared. I locked the door, sat in the dark, and prayed for the morning around 2:18 a.m. I heard it. A slow tap on the door, once, twice, 3 times, soft, deliberate. Evil. My entire body froze. Then a voice followed. A voice I would never forget. Kate. Open the door. My soul left my body. Collins, you found me. Kate. I just want to talk. Lies. I backed away from the door, shaking. Collins, leave. I'm calling the police. He chuckled softly. A chilling sound. You think police can save you? Kate. You ruined our plan. Nomi is taking already. You want to drag me down too? I stayed silent. Then his voice shifted quieter. Darker. If I go down, I'm not going alone. The doorknob twisted. Locked. He twisted it again, then bam. He kicked the door. The entire house shook. Bam. Another kick. I grabbed my phone and dialed Mrs. Smith's. No answer. Bam. The wooden frame cracked. Tears streamed down my face. I hid behind the kitchen counter. My heart boom, boom, boom. Then silence. Total silence. For a moment I thought he left. Until my phone buzzed. A message from an unknown number. I opened it with trembling hands. A single line. You can run. But tonight I end this. My breath stopped. He wasn't leaving. He was circling the safe house, waiting, hunting. The back window suddenly rattled. A shadow moved behind it. Collins was trying to break in. I covered my mouth so he wouldn't hear my sobs. I was trapped. Front door. Back window. No escape. Then I remembered something. The emergency exit behind the pantry. The investigators mentioned it earlier, but warned me not to use it unless my life was in danger. Well, my life was in danger. I crawled to the pantry, opened the small wooden door. A narrow passage. Dark, cold, terrifying. But it was the only way out. I crawled inside. As I shut the panel behind me, I heard the window shatter. Collins had entered the safe house. I moved fast on my hands and knees through the narrow tunnel. My breath loud. My heartbeat louder. Behind me, his voice echoed through the house. Kate! You can't hide! I crawled faster. Then, I saw light ahead. I pushed the exit door open and stepped outside into the cold night. I was free. Or so I thought. A figure stood near the exit door. Tall, broad shoulders. Dark silhouette. Collins. He knew about the emergency exit. He smiled. You're smarter than you look, Kate. But not smart enough. I ran. Into the empty street. Barefoot. Screaming for help. He chased me. Fast. Determined. I could hear his footsteps pounding behind me. The road was quiet. No cars. No people. No light. Just me. And the man who wanted to end me. My legs burned. My lungs screamed. But I refused to stop. Then, headlights. A vehicle turned the corner. The internal affairs van. Mrs. Smith jumped out. Kate! I stumbled toward them. Collins grabbed my arm. Hard, I screamed. He tried to pull me back. Then, bang! A gunshot. Not aimed at him. A warning shot. The ER officers surrounded him instantly. He dropped my arm and backed away. Hands raised. She's lying. They set me up. But it was over. They handcuffed him on the spot. As they pushed him into the van, he yelled, Kate, you'll pay for this. You hear me? I collapsed into Mrs. Smith's arms, sobbing uncontrollably. It was finally over. Finally. The next day, the news broke. National news. Regional managers were arrested. Senior staff suspended. Offices raided. Fraud accounts frozen. Everything Nomi and Collins tried to hide came crashing down. The entire fraud network was exposed. People lost jobs. People were detained. People confessed. And me? I was cleared. Officially. Publicly. Completely. The bank issued a statement acknowledging I was forced to sign the fraudulent document under duress. Internal Affairs commended my bravery. Even the managing director called me personally to apologize. That the greatest victory, justice, finally served. Weeks later, after everything calmed down, I received a text from a number I didn't recognize. My heart jumped, but it wasn't a threat. It was Henry the whistleblower. They've all been arrested. You're safe now. I'm leaving the city. Stay strong, Kate. People like you are rare. I smiled softly, then deleted the message for his safety. Months later, I was promoted, transferred to a new branch, a safer place, a fresh start. Sometimes I still wake up in the night thinking about the safe house, the footsteps, the chase. But I survived. I fought a system built to crush me. I stood up against powerful criminals. I faced death and lived to tell the story. And now, anytime a new staff joins the bank, I tell them politely, never sign any document you don't understand, because I learned the hard way. One signature can destroy your life, or save it. The end. Thank you for watching. If this story moved you, hit subscribe and join the family. More truth, more power, more stories coming.